Every road through life is a long, long road filled with joys and sorrows too. As we journey on, how your heart may yearn for the things most dear to you. With wealth and love to show, but onward we must go. Keep right on till the end of the road. Keep right on to the end. Though the way be long, let your heart be strong. Keep right on round the bend. If you're tired and weary, still journey on till you come to your happy abode, where all you love and you're dreaming of will be there at the end of the road. Keep right on to the end.
Sun is shining in the sky, there ain't a cloud inside. It's stopped raining, everybody's in the play, and don't you know, it's a beautiful new day. Hey, running down the avenue, see how the sun shines brightly in the city. On the streets there once was pity, Mr. Blue sky is living in today. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to
We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's a team, down at St Andrews. We are lost supporters of our team. We chant a super blue.
Welcome to tonight's Tilton Talk show. As the wheels on the Rowett disco bus keep on spinning, as Blues take an impressive 3 points against QPR. Over 19,000 turn up at St Andrews, and it starts to get noisy the second we went behind. A year ago it would have been 13,000 and apathy would have set in, heads would have gone down and we would never have come from behind. What a difference a year makes. No Nick tonight as the dreaded affliction called migraine stops him in his tracks. However, the show goes on as always. Bolton up next on Tuesday night, and there's hardly a breath to be had between games. Can the Blues pull off another away win to keep us at the right end of the table? Last year it used to be just another week being a Blues fan. Now it's another great week being a Blues fan.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have a team that's tops here at St Andrews. They gotta give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever, let's hear it from the stand. So come on, city, sing this song once more. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy.
Well, welcome everybody to the Tilton Talk show. In the studio this evening, I've got myself, Chris Browne. We've got Chris Pugh.
Good evening.
And we've got little Oliver.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. He's got his face stuffed with sweets. He's not offered us one.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Chris, oh, God, we've got loads to talk to.
So much to discuss.
Absolute tons. I suppose we better start with Saturday's game.
Yes.
QPR.
Yeah.
Great game. Great atmosphere.
It's the way it should. It's the way we want it to be. It's It's that sort of game for me. You know, for someone who's worked there over the last 2.5 years now, part of the Clark era and then into the Rowett era. You know, the atmosphere of that game, and just the whole aura of the stadium and the fans and everything. You can tell it's just it's a completely different club. And obviously the performances on the pitch are improving as well, which always helps, obviously. But that feel good factor is definitely back within the fans. I suppose we best start with best wishes to Howard Kendall's family. Obviously, that was a really nice minute's applause observed by everybody. QPR fans, and
140 odd games.
For Blues. Obviously,
won two cups with Everton, didn't
he? The Cup Winners' Cup. I think it was the year before Heysel, which meant really that probably stopped them winning a European Cup. Because they were the dominant team at that time, certainly from England. So he built something quite incredible at Everton there, and obviously his playing days at Blues and Everton as well. And so
best wishes to family and friends.
Very much so. But the game, it was as we discussed last week. We don't want to sound clever about it, but we expected it. I certainly expected an open game where that they really can't defend QPR. The amount of money they've spent and the amount their squad cost. It really, they should be defending a hell of a lot better than that. Robinson's equaliser. You can't concede goals like that against championship teams.
Where did that come from?
Wow, Paul Robinson scoring first of all. I think his first in 8 years, was it? Something like that. But he's completely unmarked. A centre half completely unmarked, 7 yards out. It's awful defending, but but their goal was a deflected goal, so arguably a bit unlucky with that. And then I thought the penalty was a definite penalty.
I do as well.
He's climbing all over him, and if that's anywhere else on the pitch, then the referee gives a free kick. So if it's happening in the box, he should have the right to give a penalty.
Standout man for you? For
me, either winger, I think, Magoma or Gray. I think that any time they got the ball, they looked threatening. Against, as I say, a side in QPR that would be expected to do well in the Championship. So for me,
isn't it great? We can have so many contenders for man of the match.
This was a point on the Facebook page. The first 5 names were all different. Which just goes to show what a team performance. We are playing as a team, and everybody's pulling their weight. That people don't know who to give man of the match to. That there are many options. So I mean, and the 5 names that were selected were neither of the goal scorers as well.
No, so
good. But again, another promising performance and another good week that we can sit there on a Saturday night and look at the table and have a lot of optimism about what's going on at the moment.
It's even better with other teams. Certain teams across the city. I think a few of us called a Blues win last week, had the correct score, just wish I'd put a bet on, says SKC. I think the foul leading up to Robbo's goal was a horrible tackle on Magoma.
It was a nasty one. I was in that corner by the away fans, so I could see it quite well. It was a late tackle. But Gray, it's an excellent cross. It's a really difficult one to defend, but as I say, to allow a centre half a free header 7 yards out, it's not great defending, but it is a brilliant ball from Gray, and then the penalty Cadiz has
seems to be coming back into it. Gray had a bit of a quiet period, and now he's
I think he knows. I think he's starting to get to that stage now where he knows that he is a really big part of the team. He's not going to be in and out anymore. He is a regular starter week in, week out, and if he is going to get this move somewhere big, and
he's got to put himself in the shop window,
or if he doesn't, he can help Blues try and achieve what they're trying to do. He needs to be, as I've said before, 4 excellent performances out of 5 and a good one, rather than 2 excellent, 2 good ones and an iffy one, where that consistency. But hopefully now he's starting to develop that under Rowett. And
I think it's going to be a busy one on the shout box. Robbo, Magoma and Gray, for me, standout players. Honourable mention to Caddis too, who had a good game. Yeah, he did,
Yeah.
I thought the midfield three of Davis, Gleeson, I can never say
Keith and Beld.
Let's just say Keith. Were excellent and work to make it easy for Graham Margot.
Very much so, yeah. I mean, that midfield three, Davis coming in for Terrell, it was Terrell at the start of the season and now it's Davis. It's, it's a lot more solid. You think of that three, all of those three can go in for a tackle. All of those three can keep the ball. All of those three can make decent passes. So as Hobber says there, the life of Graham Magoma are made easier that they can bomb forward knowing that those three are there at any given opportunity. So if the ball does break down, then those three are the shields. So.
Paul Konchesky should get a job as an osteopath. He spent most of the match pushing Magoma in the back.
Magoma giving the run around a bit. So
yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Hello.
How about it could easily be a red card. Seen them give them looked very hard.
It was. I don't know whether the time of the match had anything to do with it. It shouldn't do, but I suppose.
It was an interesting point there from Craig. The 4-3-3 seems to give us more of a balance.
Yeah, definitely. Terrell's excellent at what he does, but that midfield three with Davis put into it, it's really strong midfield, and you look at that and you think teams are really going to struggle to beat that midfield, to break that midfield down at times. So.
Magoma superb in the second half. He deserved the man of the match.
Yeah, I think when we are, especially when we're 2-1 up and they're trying to score. I mean, it's perfect when we're 2-1 up, because teams have got to come at us then, which is what we want in effect. The way we set up as a team, we want teams to come at us, and then we can hit them on the counter. And as I say, Graham Magoma always looked like a threat and always looked like causing them problems throughout the match.
Yeah. We are going to just have a quick break while we chat to a lady from the Development League. Is that right, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to give me the
Anna
name?
Wilcox
Wilcox
won Development Player of the Year
okay.
at the Blues Ladies Awards on Saturday night. So hopefully we'll be able to get in touch with her in a minute and just have a quick chat. And
then we'll get back to the game. I hear you had a bit of a game on Saturday as well, Oliver.
Saturday.
When was it?
Thursday.
Okay, you're going to tell us all about it. Go on then. Shall I tell people the story?
You tell them.
Okay.
I
hear, right, I'm just going to get it up because your dad sent it to me. He said, when he played football the other day, he got a smack in the face from about a foot away, which is you. His eye swelled up and his nose started bleeding. He got straight up off the floor and carried on. What a player. And you scored as well, didn't you? How many?
2.
2 goals.
1 from the corner.
Yes. See, you obviously get it from my side.
No, I really don't.
Rather than your mum's side. Don't you think?
No.
Okay.
No.
Right.
No. Yeah, no.
You don't?
No, I really don't.
Right, just while Chris is getting this call up, we're just going to have a quick blast of this.
Hello, Anna Wilcox.
Hi.
Hi. Congratulations, first of all, on winning Development Player of the Year on Saturday night.
Thank you.
Just overall thoughts on obviously, I should tell everyone, you've now moved on to play regular first team football at Coventry United, ladies. But your thoughts on what was, in the end, your final season at Blues Ladies Development?
It was a great season for me, personally, obviously captaining the side as well. We had a very, very quality side, as you would know, because you came to watch quite a few games. And it was sort of the right time for me to move on. Obviously, capping it off with the win against Sunderland 5-0 in the Development League Cup was absolutely brilliant. And I felt after that my job was done there, and I wanted to seek something a little bit bigger, a little bit better, a little bit more of a challenge for me. And that's when Cov came and sort of offered me offered me the place in regular first team, so I took it.
Yeah, as you say, the Sunderland win, what a fantastic way to end your time at Blues. A 5-0 win, being able to lift the trophy with you as captain, with leading the players that you've come through with for many years now, and obviously you were part of the squad that won the FA Cup as well. That was when you were just breaking through, so loads of good memories from your time at Blues.
Yeah, of course. Like you say, when I came out of the Centre of Excellence, I'd played since I was 13, and I'm now 20, so obviously 7 years in the Blues ranks. I came out of the Centre of Excellence and got plopped straight into the first team and experienced, obviously, training with the likes of Rachel Unit and Karen Carney is something that money can't buy. But obviously, it was right for me where I am now to move on. But I can't knock the experiences that they've given me, and obviously the coaching that I've had along the way from the likes of Chrissy and people like that, who obviously I'm now playing with at Cov, is absolutely brilliant. So I wouldn't change my experiences for the world.
No, absolutely. Chrissy Torkilton joining you at Coventry. Obviously, you've worked with her. She's give you coaching, and you're both coaches in. Am I right in saying you're still both coaches with this Blues Centre of Excellence as it stands? Yeah,
I coached in the 11s. We've got absolutely wicked squad this season. Absolutely wicked. And Chrissy's the under 17 still. And obviously, we miss Cov training on Tuesday, so we can still coach. Obviously, the youth of today, so yeah, it's good. So
coaching the under-11s, obviously you're fully responsible for the Blues' success for the next 10-15 years then?
Yeah, well, I think we've got it covered from my squad that we've got this year, as long as they get developed and sort of nurtured in the correct manner. The squad that we've got is very, very good. We're currently unbeaten. Obviously at that level development is key, but you like to say to people that we're unbeaten. We beat Chelsea 8-0, and sort of little things like that. So step by step, obviously, you're gonna grow. You're gonna get a little bit better. But eventually, these girls that are coming through the ranks, I can see quite a few of them breaking through, because they haven't just got the talent; they've sort of got the mentality and the ability to take themselves further and as far as they want to be.
Yeah, that's fantastic news for Blues fans. Obviously, not the richest team in the WSL, but obviously if we can develop these players through from the Centre of Excellence, then there's a bright future ahead. From your personal point of view, you've suffered a couple of injuries, knee injuries, so how great is it to actually be at Coventry now where you're playing week in, week out, and you can actually get back to enjoying your football?
Yeah, it is good. At the Centre of Excellence ages, I didn't really get the opportunities at the younger ages just because I was injured. I did ankle ligaments quite a few times. I had a really, really nasty case of shin splints and stuff like that. And then my first year at development squad, I got patella tendonitis, which obviously is an issue in your knees, but it can be managed, and it's something that I'm managing now. And obviously at Cov, only training once a week, it helps that. But with Cov, like I say, it is a really good opportunity for me to play quality, and it is very different to development. I wouldn't knock development at all, but it is very, very different, and we're in the Southern League, so you're playing tougher teams, like teams that are London-based and Wales-based, and it is a good challenge for me, and I needed that step up at this time.
Yeah, in terms of the quality from that, like you say, in the Southern Division, I know you've played against West Ham, who have been in the news recently, not for all the right reasons. In terms of quality, how do you find it? Is it just a completely different game altogether, or is that quality gap there between development and in the Southern League?
I think it's really difficult to sort of comment on the difference unless you've played in it, because you can watch football all day and then you can judge and stuff, but it is very, very difficult. I think the development league is very, very good, but for me, you've got players coming up from the Centre of Excellences who are still at the age of 16 and 17 and they're still developing. And I know I'm not really, really old, but at the age of 20, I needed sort of more of a physical challenge and to play against strikers that are way bigger than me and way stronger, and to almost be beaten up a little bit just so I can sort of get stronger within myself, within how I play. Because at development, like you'd have a lot more time on the ball. But obviously, Southern League in the Prem, you get closed down and just snapped quite regularly, so it is a lot different.
Yeah, would you say that you'd recommend other youth players from development squads go out on loan maybe to the Premier League teams just to get that experience of a different level of football?
Yeah, of course. I think they would be shocked as well, to be fair, because you say you're sort of a Super League development team and go into a team like Cov United, who I've known of for many, many years just to be a really, really good youth setup. And they've always been up there winning things, and obviously County Cup and stuff like that. And I think Blues do give the opportunity for quite a few younger players to go out on loan, and then they bring them back and sort of see what they want to do. But like, sort of any advice I would give to them is don't get stuck in that setup and feel like that's where you need to be, because you don't know that's where you need to be unless you've experienced other things within the game. And that's sort of what I'm doing now, and I'm really, really enjoying it at Cov, and I've been made to feel really, really welcome. Like my first training session, the girls are quality. Obviously, I do miss the Blue setup and miss the girls. Like, I've got quite a few good friends like Coral and people like that.
Yeah.
That it is a shame that I don't see week in, week out. But obviously, I can still contact them and still go and watch them play and stuff like that. So it is good. Excellent.
We've got a comment on the message board. I believe there's a youngster in the Blues Ladies Academy ranks, a really good player called Amy Ballantyne. Do you know anything about
Amy
her?
Valentine, yes. Yeah, I know Amy, yeah. She plays at our Centre of Excellence, yeah.
Yeah, a fantastic little player. Coached her at a young age. Phenomenal accuracy with her shooting. Would you go along with that?
Yes, I would say so, yeah. Amy's got a bright future ahead of her, like I say. Our Centre of Excellence is very, very good, and it's got stronger this year with bringing a new centre director in. Obviously, David Parker was centre director to start. He's set brilliant foundations, but it needed someone different to take it on, who had more time to dedicate to the girls, sort of thing. And
yeah, definitely.
Mark sort of develops coaches rather than just the centre, which is brilliant. And I was coached by Mark, and he was my centre director when I was in the academy. And he's a very good person to have in charge of the future and the youth of today, so it's brilliant. Yeah,
it helps you as a coach and the players as well, so all round excellent, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thanks ever so much for coming on, Anna, and again, congratulations on winning your award, and good luck for the rest of the season with Coventry.
Cheers, thank you guys.
Thanks ever so much. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Fantastic. And the name again, sorry?
Anna Wilcox.
Anna Wilcox.
Now at Coventry United Ladies in the Premier League Southern League.
Premier League Southern League.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's split into Northern. It's below WSL 2, which
Right.
is the one below where Blues are now, WSL 1. So
Okay.
WSL 1's the top tier, and then it's
Yeah.
WSL 2, and then you've got the Premier League. So,
Right.
she plays along against teams such as West Ham and Tottenham, who you'd have thought should. With their men's clubs could put a lot more money into it, but I think West Ham have been in the news recently for a few iffy things with their manager and falling out with players and the like. So, obviously I've watched her through the Centre of Excellence into the development team as well. Like I say, she was captain for the side that won the Development Cup last year. So. She's excellent right back, centre back, or central midfielder, where she could play in all of those positions. So.
Fantastic, good stuff. Good luck. Right, okay, just quickly back to the game. I mean, you probably agree with me. The gate for Saturday was a bit more than what we.
Bit more than
predicted.
I expected.
About 3,500 more.
Yeah,
than
I think I went 16.5.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was but that's a sign of where we are at the moment. People want to come back. I think the kids' ticket prices were quite low, so that entices people in. Dads can bring their kids for a bit cheaper than they normally would, etc.
Yeah.
And a family day out, and we're winning against big teams, so it's only going to drag more and put people back in afterwards. So it's an excellent state at the moment. I think,
an all-round improvement.
It was a great atmosphere as well, like I say, and 19,000. or 11.5, 12, which we were getting at some stages under the previous management.
Yeah, as Nick said in his notes, so that's what we would have got this time last year.
And you know what would have happened when we'd have gone 1-0 down? We'd have ended up losing 2-0, 3-0. So.
Oh yeah. Chris, turn your mic up. Yes, okay, I've turned it
Sorry.
up. Great to see people coming back. Need it to rise even more. Would be fantastic to get St Andrews off of old back.
Yes, very much so. I mean,
certainly
it wasn't
make a difference.
It wasn't long ago that. I mean, it was only last year we played West Brom in the cup, a sellout crowd.
Yep.
You know, and that's how we want it to be every day, every game. So you know, keep on playing well this season, staying in around that top 10 mark, and people will keep coming because the excitement levels will keep increasing.
Right, okay. Let's go straight on to some of the news I've been given. Well, first of all, our competition winner.
Yes.
Our competition winner last week. Finished coughing yet? You want to stop smoking them cigars, you do, I tell you. John Bagnall. He was the winner of our competition, which was a Birmingham City Fan Talk shirt. So there you go. We'll have another competition up shortly. Okay.
It was quite close, wasn't it? I think there was only a few between him and some another member.
There was a bit of dispute, yeah.
Yeah,
it was really close.
It was very close.
There's only a few dozen in it, yeah. It was really good.
I think 2-1's a popular scoreline, so when it's 2-1, you're always in a bit of danger.
Yeah, I think it was popular. Agree, this year is such a change. 30 quid for Wolves.
Yeah. I mean, that for me, that's a different one because people are going to come to that because it's Wolves. It doesn't help that it's on telly.
No.
And
you still think there's going to be a big gate for that?
I think there will be. Yeah. I think if we can get a good result against Bolton and don't lose at Hull, so I'm saying 4 points out of 6, beat Bolton, draw away at Hull, you go into that Wolves game still up by the top. I think I can see a big crowd for that. Yeah.
Can you?
A big derby. Where we're above them for the first time in ages now. So.
Yeah, I think we're probably touching again 18,000, 19,000, but I don't think.
I think we'll top 20.
Do you?
If we do well in the next 2 games, I think we'll top 20. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have a competition for that one. Yes. When the time comes. I suppose £30 is okay for a
Class A
game, so to speak.
Yes. Well, it is. I mean, realistically, when that. You look at the teams in our division. Who's the one you look for first? It would be Wolves, wouldn't it? Because that's the big derby.
Yeah.
So I suppose that's the one.
And then on the Tuesday we've got Blackburn, which is a tenner.
That's the only issue. that people are going to go. I'd rather go to the Blackburn game.
Yeah, tenner.
I think they'll probably go to both. Like I say, if we do well.
Yeah, it might be good if they did like a special price for both attending both games. But they did that last year, I think, last season. Yeah, it's Sunday, isn't it? Yeah. Price still puts me off because 4 of us, and it still works out dear. Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? Yeah. I have to say also the new burger van isn't very nice. I don't think they're talking about it. No.
Excuse me?
See, that woke you up, didn't it?
Is he sure it's the Sunday? I thought it was the Saturday 12:30 game. Is it not the 31st?
We'll get it up in a second. Yeah. Can somebody
check that?
Yeah, somebody check that, whether it's on the Saturday or the Sunday.
Yeah. I thought it was Saturday the 31st at 12:30, but I could be wrong.
Well, okay. The thing that gets me more is the differing in prices around the ground. £15 in some areas, 20 in others, and then 25 for others, for example. Keep it the same all the year, all the way around. Yeah, I think that's right.
Yes, obviously you charge the cheaper tickets in the areas where people aren't going to want to sit more. So the main stand. And
because somebody was saying this.
Everyone's going to want to sit in the Tilton or the Cop, aren't they? If they can get their choice. So.
Yeah, I mean, somebody was saying the tickets were £15 somewhere, but I don't know where they were.
I suppose you have to, you try and fill out the rest of your stadium as well. So to get people in those seats, you are going to have to try and accommodate with the price.
Wolves is Saturday.
Yes,
so there
I
you
thought
go.
It was.
Yeah, it's on Halloween. Capo, what happened at the back of Block 11? I think we're going to have a quick chat to Capo after half-time. He's going to tell us exactly what went on at the back of Block 11. Halloween match. Wolves fans have been prepared for this since the day they were born. I might have that wrong. It could well be Saturday. No, I think it is. I thought it was Sunday. No, hang on, which is Halloween?
Halloween's on the Saturday.
Oh, it is then. He's a dope, isn't he? So he is ill, you know. He's ill, you know. He is ill. Yeah, but no need to charge an extra £5 for the cop corner. Yeah, that's true. Right, the shirt situation.
Shirt situation.
Yeah, apparently there's been a lot of lot of returns, haven't they? Is it Cabrini?
Cabrini,
yeah.
I saw a few pictures on social media where the badge is terrible.
Yeah.
The printing of the badge is awful.
Wasn't
all the words are stitched where it's just completely wrong.
Yeah. Have you got one? Have you got the new one? No, you haven't.
It doesn't even look like Birmingham City up the top. So yeah,
that's right. I heard there was a spelling wrong as well. I did see a picture. Birmingham.
Yeah.
No, it's Cockneys, you see.
London, isn't it? Doing the good design, obviously.
Yeah, it's about Birmingham.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not great, is it?
No, we never seem to get a good.
No,
shirt
it's been like this for a few years.
Yeah.
The kit issue, it always comes out on sale after the season started. Where traditionally you'd want the kit on sale either the week before or on the day of the first game, so that the fans on that first game have all got the new kit. But
I wonder if it's just our club. Surely other clubs must have the same problems.
I'd have thought so, but I suppose you're shipping from here, there, and everywhere, all parts of the world. It's I feel for the club in a way because they're not in control of that, are they? They can't control the shipping, but. I
think it's a nice looking kit.
Yeah, I
it's
like
spelt
the kit,
properly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yes, sorry, Saturday 12:13. That really puts me off because I don't get in from work. Till 3 a.m.
He's a lightweight, isn't he?
Oh no, he's always
just don't go to bed. Just come straight down.
I'm ill. I've got to work.
Poor effort.
I've heard bits falling off and no supply. Looks shabby. They haven't done the best this year with the shirt. Needed to be the best. It could, but they have ruined it. Yeah. I cancelled my order with Blues as I ordered mine in advance on the day, and they released pre-orders. JD Sports totally.
Yeah, I think they're the ones, aren't they? JD.
Is it?
I think it's that's messed it all up. I think, but obviously. Cabrini are the ones making the kit, so when you've got spelling errors, that's their fault. So yeah, there we go. SKC Bournemouth have had the same issue, and theirs is Cabrini as well.
Oh, is it? Well, yeah. So okay, so it looks like we won't be having anything.
What is the first team?
Pardon?
I wonder if the first team's kit.
The first team,
I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I bet theirs is perfect. I bet it's been. Good question, actually.
Yeah,
that is,
yeah. If they can have the kit, obviously they're going to have loads brought over for the first team.
Yeah.
So
it's probably hand sewn by little minions in the back, isn't it? Capo, if you're going to be going to the Wolves match, don't forget to take your Halloween mask off. You're not working next week, Chris. Apparently, Bournemouth are suing JD, so we should do the same. Yeah.
Have we got enough money for the legal fees?
JD owned Cabrini. Well, I didn't know that.
I did not know that either.
No.
I thought they were just the main supplier for them. But
no. Well, there you go. It's the same situation.
See if Bournemouth get any joy from any legal action, and then we could go down a similar route. But But it isn't great, and it just seems a bit poor, doesn't it? A bit shoddy that the fans haven't got the kit available.
It's not, is it? No. Yeah.
Especially as you say, the price of modern day kits. They're not cheap, are they?
No.
40 odd quid for a shirt, and you don't get it until what are we now? Mid-October.
And if you got a few
11 games into the season, and they're just coming through to people.
If you got a few kids, few kids in that line, it soon mounts up, doesn't it?
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Never mind. As from today, the SRB Radio are a affiliate member of the Blues Collective. There you go. I've no idea what it means, but there you go.
Proud moment.
Yeah. It's got to be good. It's got to be good,
Yes.
isn't it? Okay.
All in it together.
Yes. I'll tell you what we'll have a chat about now, just before half time. Super Six.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, I'm up for talking about this.
I see a Mr. Pugh really climbing
Rocketing.
the table. You were
Absolutely
down there with us.
flying, I was.
It was me on the bottom, Nick.
I was just making sure
You?
you were all alright, and then
What happened?
and then I saw.
What happened?
Saw into the distance. I must have missed a couple of weeks, is all I can think. It's been some nice fixtures, obviously. in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. See, with
Should
some lucky
have
guesses.
Made it easy to predict. So.
Yeah. And I've pulled a few down with me,
Yes,
so
dragging everyone else into it,
yeah.
Yeah. It looked like it was a
Foregone
dead end
conclusion.
for you, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's not much in it now, yeah.
Apparently the club are looking into the situation with the shirts.
Yeah.
Can we skip it? Yeah, now I'm dragging him down. I'm determined to
Dragging everyone down.
Determined to get above him, I tell you.
There's not a lot in it now, I don't think.
Nah,
so.
not a lot at all. Not a lot at all.
Hobber's still top, I think. So.
Yeah, I think he is, yeah. Okay, we're going to have a quick break and we'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes. There we go.
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud inside. It's stopped raining. Everybody's in the play, and don't you know it's a beautiful new day. Hey, running down the avenue, see how the sun shines brightly in the city. On the streets there once was pity, Mr. Blue Sky is living in today. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky,
what more can we say? Birmingham's a team. Down at St Andrews, we are all supporters of our team. With a chant of Super Blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's hear you in the cup, singing our song, helping and sharing the load. It's worth the pointed roll when we sing together. We're there at the end of the road. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have a team that's tops here at St Andrews. They gotta give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever. Let's hear it from the stand. So come on, city, sing this song once more. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?
Welcome back to part 2 of the Tilton Talk Show. Now, young Oliver,
No.
he doesn't say anything during the show.
No.
As soon as you turn the mic off, you can't shut him. You want to say hello to somebody?
No.
Or shall I? Okay. Shall I say it? Shall I say it? Okay. Ollie wants to say hello to his girlfriend.
The hell?
No, I
She's
won't.
going to be so offended now.
Oh no. He wants to say hello to his friend Isaac.
Isaac.
Zach, is it?
Zach.
Zach. He's in for some trouble.
I know.
tomorrow.
He's going to have some stick now.
See, you should have done it yourself. You get your Uncle Chris to do it and he ruins it.
No.
It's just
There we
the fact
go.
that he embarrasses himself.
Right then, shall we talk about the demise of Aston Villa?
If you'd like to, just worst things to
Hey,
talk about.
what's going on over there?
Don't know. You'd have thought that win against us might have given them a bit of a boost, a kickstart, but
It didn't at all.
they just look void of anything.
Yeah.
I mean, signing of Joleon Lescott has baffled me. You know, they do have centre halves at that club, and then they wait until really late in the window to sign Lescott, and he's done absolutely nothing for them. He's been substituted at half time twice. He was at fault for the first goal. Terrible control. But they just look so easy to play against at the moment. A few Chelsea fans on social media said that Chelsea weren't great, but they were just so easy to play against. And you got to be thinking they've got to have a spark. You look at Newcastle. I was a bit worried about Newcastle, but then they went and won 6-2 yesterday. Sam Allardyce has come into Sunderland, and you know what he's like. He likes to keep things tight, and they might nick
Tim's
a few
not the full
results.
shilling, is he?
He just there's nothing. There's
Doesn't
nothing
ooze
about
confidence
him.
at all, does he?
There's nothing about him. If he was my manager, that I'd think, he's going to get us out of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The only person who believes that he can get them out of it is himself.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got to the stage now, I think, where most Villa fans now are thinking, we're not going to stay up.
No.
We're not going to stay up with this with the way we're going. So I really can't see him lasting much longer.
So we could meet them on the way down?
Or pass them.
Pass them on the way.
Even more optimistic.
Even Tim's bored of watching them now.
Yeah, that was a really weird thing to
He
say.
said some weird
your
things.
Own manager, how must you feel as a player if your own manager comes out and says that you're bored? He's bored of watching you.
He also said a well-known phrase. I can't for the life of me think of it at the moment. But he said some sort of well-known phrase, but he mixed it all up.
Oh, okay.
And he got it completely wrong.
He's talking about himself in the third person now.
Yes, that's right.
Which is,
yeah.
very strange. He just seems the kind of person that is just so under pressure, and he knows he's under pressure, and the only way he knows to defend himself and defend his team is to come out fighting, obviously, but he's just making a bit of a fool of himself at the moment.
Radio Villa won't know what to do next year. Sorry?
Yeah,
yes,
that's true. Yeah.
About time they brought Down to Earth with a crush. Bless their fans, they still think they're a big club. Well, yeah, they do.
They do. They think they're massive. Same as Newcastle. They haven't been big for a long time. Neither of them. You can't go 20 years in Villa's case, 50 years in Newcastle's case without a trophy win.
Still getting the gates, aren't they?
I mean, in all fairness, there's nothing to do up in Newcastle. No disrespect to our lovely listeners up in Newcastle. But,
no, you're right.
But really, the only thing you can do up there is to go and watch the football.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing else. Middlesbrough's a godforsaken place.
That's the city. That's that area, isn't it? Sunderland, the sign of Sunderland keep getting 46, 47,000 for it.
Yeah.
That's the fans
same again. There's nothing.
They're just going to go. It doesn't matter where they are. They're going to go. But
idiots.
With Villa, I think
we all love him. We all love Tim. He's a comedy genius. Long live Tim. He has put time, but I don't know what it means. I don't know.
Give them a wave on the way back.
Right,
yeah, Hobber's right. Another one after the Blues game. Where he he played deliberately played bad in the first half so that they could change it at half time and beat us. It's just complete nonsense. And I think Raritt in his interview after the Brentford game, I think he had a little. If you listen to his interview after the Brentford game, he had a jibe at Sherwood saying that because he said we played better when I pushed Gray to the middle. Yeah. And he said something along the lines of, "I'd love to say I meant to do that deliberately, but I didn't." Like, you know, everybody in football knows that he's just talking nonsense at the moment.
I think he
looks a man under so much pressure.
I mean, in comparison, Rowett, his composure when he's interviewed,
single game,
it's just first class, isn't it? Yeah. It's just he's the man in charge. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, you know, as a player, as I say, I always think of how, I'm listening to these interviews and thinking, how would I feel if I was their player? And Rowett, you're just filled with so much confidence listening to the man. You know, as a fan and as a player, everybody around the club, I love listening to him because, he fills me. Every time I finish one of his interviews, I think, yeah, that's it. We'll finish top two. He just breathes so much confidence.
Oh yeah.
And it's the complete opposite on the other side of town.
Oops, sorry, excuse me. Lee Clark must be roasting in that Tim Sherwood costume each week.
Well, they're very similar in personalities, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Lee Clark and Sherwood. Very very similar people, very similar personalities, similar interviews, and look how Clark turned out. So
he's been having them play deliberately bad all year. So come the new year, they've given everyone else a chance, or so he believes. Yeah. He's almost like an MP in his interviews,
Yeah.
That's right,
yeah.
Well, okay. On the line, I think we should have, if I've got this right, should be Capo. Capo, you there? Hello, Capo. Now, apparently, you're going to tell us about an incident that happened at the back of the Cop.
The Tilton.
The Tilton, okay. Block 11, was it?
Yeah, Block 11.
Okay, then. Far away and tell us all about it.
Well, first of all, I'd like to point out it's nothing to do with me.
It is? So you come straight with excuses.
I was sitting block 13, so
Right, okay.
I watched from a distance. There's a big storyline behind how I know the people involved, and something that really isn't that interesting. But during the match, it was a great atmosphere, absolutely fantastic. As you can probably tell, my voice is still recovering anyway. Yeah, great atmosphere, and throughout the second half, there were more and more people trying to cram to the back of block 11. That's probably due to the fact that they all wanted to start a bit of chanting going, and block 11 and block 13 are where the majority of the chanting does start. So obviously it's a silly idea to bring those about 10, 15 young men, let's put it that way, decided to cram to the back of block 11, which is season ticket holders' seats. So they all started cramming at the back of there. I've had several stories which state that one of them was decided it'd be a good idea to start smoking at the back of block 11, bearing in mind that the row in front had a pregnant woman and her 2-year-old daughter there as well. And man asked them politely if they don't mind not to smoke. Obviously it's a non-smoking stadium, you're not allowed to smoke in the stands anyway, but especially it's a stupid idea to do it when there's a pregnant woman
Yep.
and her daughter there. And when obviously they didn't respond to that very well, started having a go at the people in front, and then Cadiz obviously scored the penalty, so that gave them an excuse to jump up and down. And I looked over and saw people jumping over to the row in front, just to basically antagonise the other fans who would have a go at them previously. And then after the goal, it just like exploded. There was quite a few stewards trying to calm everything down. I couldn't quite see what was happening because obviously everyone in the Tilton seemed to want to get a good view of what was happening. And I could just hear lots of shouting and see a lot of pushing, which isn't needed actually, because it was such a good atmosphere and such a good game to be a part of. I was happy where I was because obviously I was starting quite a lot of the songs and just enjoying myself with a few of my mates and my dad and some other people around us, and it just kind of like put a damper on the atmosphere, to be honest.
Yeah, it's something you don't hear of much at Blues,
especially home fans with home fans. It's
yeah.
No, there has been a few little arguments in Block 11 over the recent years, but obviously those are personal things that happen between obviously a few mates, but nothing this big has ever happened that I can recall of anyway. And it was just mad. It was I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because I saw people who last season were sitting with me and singing in Block 13, and then it was just, who the hell are these people? It was unrecognisable, basically, and just a dampener on what is known as Birmingham City have a good reputation for making noise, and obviously that was just the wrong way to go about it, especially to your own set of supporters.
Yeah.
A bit disappointing, that.
Yeah, it is a bit, really, isn't it? Nick says, I work in an environment where violence can break out in a split second. It's all entertainment where people go to enjoy themselves, and they never ever think about other people around them. Yeah. Craig said was the instance when they'd just taken the lead?
A bit of it happened just before. Obviously, the smoking incident happened just before, and then obviously because the young lads got a bit rowdy and started, well, they're just obviously the bad press of youth of today. Let's put it that way. And it gave them an excuse. When we took the lead, it gave them an excuse to jump around and just...
Was there any police involved or anything? Was there a presence at all?
I could see there were a few walking up the stairs trying to solve everything, obviously. I think one of them I saw trying to keep other people from entering the block because a few wanted to obviously try and calm down the situation, but as more and more people entered, it just got out of hand, and there were quite a few stewards as well, and it did manage to calm down within 5-10 minutes, but obviously still not needed.
Yeah, it's sad, really. Sad. Okay, on another note, have you got your computer fixed?
No.
So will there be any Channel K shows this Friday?
There will be, actually, yes.
Okay.
I've found an alternative route, let's put it that way.
Okay, anything else happening in the Capo world?
Well, I'm hoping to make an appearance next week.
Are you? Right, okay.
Yeah, half term, so...
Oh, right, okay, yeah, the door's always open.
I think I'm going to bring some Jaffa cakes that have been sitting in the cupboard since 1922.
Oh, right,
if that's all right with...
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just reminded me, Doco was here, he's gone.
Has it?
He's gone.
Shame.
No, we'll have some Jaffa cakes, yeah, no problem. Not for you.
All right, then.
Yeah. Great stuff. Okay, then, Capo. Speak to you soon.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, then.
See ya.
Bye. Yeah, it's
SKC,
that's a shame,
absolute
isn't it?
stupidity. We don't need to be throwing punches at each other. Enjoy the games. Enjoy the fact that we are going in the right direction, unlike them lot from over the expressway after our years of turmoil. He's right, you know.
Yep.
This is the stage now where we really should be enjoying it. This is the best we've had it for 4 or 5 years now. So
we haven't seen any violence at all, really, down St Andrews. For
walking around, I don't see it, but
no,
you know, obviously there was a bit up the top there.
Shame.
I didn't hear about anything, but yeah, it is a bit disappointing that those things happen. But
yeah, that's okay. Right then, okay, I want to just move on to something. We'll come to the game as well. But there's something's going on. You probably know more about it than me. I don't know.
I only saw it in the
regarding this thing tomorrow, where all Blues fans and Bolton fans are going to try and light up the stadium, and it's in memory of a brave teenager, Zach Valley.
Yeah.
What do we know about
this?
this?
What they're trying to do is, at a certain point in the game, like after so many minutes, I think, that they're going to want people to put their torches on their phones, the lights on their phones, and just hold it up.
Yeah.
You know, all around the ground, so they can
okay.
get as many lights around the ground as possible. I think that's the intention.
I wonder if that'll work with the floodlights on as well.
It could do. Yeah. Hopefully it'll get a good participation, and it will make an effect. Obviously, it's for a good cause. So,
yeah.
If as many people can do it as possible, that'd be excellent. Yeah,
it'd
be a nice tribute.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea, and for further tributes as well.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, definitely. Or I don't know if it is the case, but they could do it at half time, and as you say, turn all the lights down.
Turn the lights down.
And let people do it. Then
I suppose you got the health and safety.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
it's an issue.
But I suppose they could turn them down rather than
dim
completely
them,
off. Yeah, dim.
Yeah.
Come back to Tim.
Yeah.
Tim, nice, but
We've
dim.
done that one. Yeah.
I'm sure it will work and it will look brilliant, and I know Blues fans will join in. Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
They will.
Yeah.
I think they will.
No, exactly.
No reason for them not to.
Absolutely.
Well said.
Good point. Well made.
Well said. I'll turn your mic on now and say it again if you want. No, okay.
I was in the cop near away fans, so it wasn't me.
Nah, it's never Blue Hopper, is it?
Never Blue
It's
Hopper.
never him. He's never involved.
I said to him before the game to make himself known to me.
Yep.
He never did.
No.
Never did.
No.
I think he's shy. He's worried.
Well, he's probably thinking you might have a bit of a shock
Yeah.
when you see him. So,
reckon?
Well, he wears this strange dress.
Oh, does that?
Yeah.
That might be the case.
Not say anything else.
No. Craig I'm sure the uninvolved lot from Wolverhampton will try to start some violence. I know a few Wars fans who aren't going purely for that reason. The last couple of times they've been, they're just been running the gauntlet trying to get out the ground. So,
and it's all kids, all little kids, isn't it? It's all little kids now.
Did anybody, talking of little kids, did anybody see the football violence programme on BBC 3 recently?
No. Oh, no, the football, not Football Factory, but it was
Football
Football
Firms
Firms
or
or something. Yes, I know. No, but somebody told me about it. Yeah, yeah.
There were
It was Wolves, wasn't it?
balls on
Yeah.
there. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I've never been involved in violence. You know,
No.
I've never had a fight outside football, but I've been in areas. You know, I went
Yeah.
to Millwall in the playoff semi-final where we didn't get out of the car park until 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Are these kids real?
No, yes.
They think they're football firms.
That's right.
They wouldn't have lasted a second in the 70s and 80s.
And they were like
That's
16,
absolutely
17s, you know,
astonishing, I know.
We're rock hard.
Yeah,
you know.
we're teaching people a lesson.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
You know, that's right, yeah.
Get on
Handbags,
with your
handbags,
studies.
isn't
Get
it,
on
as
with
well?
your studies, kids.
Yes, I know.
Come on.
Get
Goodness sake.
a grip. Get a grip. Right, getting on to the actual game
Yes, Bolton.
for Bolton. What do you reckon for that?
Yes, it's another one, a bit like the Rotherham game at home, where the onus is on us now. You know, looking at the league table, we're fourth in the league. You know, joint second, and Bolton losing at the weekend are bottom of the league on goal difference. So you know, really, the onus is on us to go there, and we're expected now to get 3 points. But I keep saying it, the way we play away from home, you know, I see teams really find it difficult to see how teams are going to beat us. The way we set up away from home, the way we play, you know, I think Rowett said today there's no fresh injury concerns, so I expect it to be a very similar team to the one that beat QPR.
Yeah.
And Bolton need the points to get away from the drop zone, and you know they've been on a bad run of form. Lost at Burnley at the weekend, lost at QPR the week before that, and they haven't had a good start to the season. No. SKC says 2-0 Blues. It's one of those games that if we score the first goal, you can't see us losing the game at all.
No.
So that
didn't
first
we thought the same for Leeds, didn't we, as well?
Yeah.
We thought we'd snatch something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you know they're not going to be full of confidence.
No.
Bolton after a bad run.
Derby won and putting pressure on. We have to keep on winning.
Yeah,
says Nick.
Derby. I tipped Derby at the start of the season.
Yeah.
They didn't have a great start to the season, but they weren't losing games. They were picking up too many draws. But now they've got a run of wins together, and they look like they're flying.
Yeah.
At the moment,
big club Derby. Big club,
massive club.
Big club.
You know, in terms of the money that they've got available, it's a different league to us.
Yeah.
You know, QPR, completely different planet to us. QPR, you think of the money that they got from coming down last year from the Premier League. Yeah. You know, just for finishing in the bottom three of the Premier League, and they've got an absolute fortune. But
that's a completely another subject.
Parachute
payments.
Yeah,
I don't know how that could ever be made fair.
No, neither can I.
Just can't.
No, it baffles me.
Yeah.
But that is a completely different subject. But going back to the Bolton game, you know, I just think just keep playing the way we're doing. Just keep enjoying your football. Keep defending as a team and breaking with pace, and we'll hurt teams all day long.
Going back to SKC says 2-0 Blues. Dimmy and Mags with the goals. We have a bad record against teams at the bottom of the league, but as we're away, the pressure is still on.
Their fans are still going to go there expecting them to come at us because they're at home. That's the onus of the home team to try and beat the away. You know, the away team is going to come and try and be solid as they can. So yeah, I do think the onus is on them. So it plays into our hands again. Yeah.
If we turn the table upside down, then we still wouldn't be as bad as Villa. In an equivalent, I know what he means. Yeah. When are SRB going to do an away game? Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Question, Blue. When idea. Are you paying, Blue?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll get a little minibus.
That's it.
Minibus for the four of us.
I love that.
As a fan, I don't feel Blues are under any pressure.
No, well, away from home, you're not in a sense. The only pressure is that we're 4th and they're 24th. That's the only pressure in the game, and you know, the start to the season we've had, there is raised expectations now.
Yeah.
But that's just what happens, and we're going to have to get used to that as a team. That pressure is going to be on us because we are up there, and we are going to be expected to beat teams.
Yeah. That's true as well from Nick that Derby have got over 20,000 season ticket holders.
Crazy.
I wonder when the last time Blues had 20,000 season ticket holders.
Season ticket holders?
Yeah.
It's a while ago.
Well, it was Premier probably.
Yeah, probably the first time we went up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Premier.
Let alone fans going.
Aaron,
yes.
Aaron has put on the Facebook page, Bolton always start the season slow and they're backed into a corner, so I think there's a danger there. He's right in that sense. The way Rotherham were, when we played Rotherham, they were bottom, and they can't really get any worse, so you know they can just go out and express themselves. But I think Bolton being at home, I think the pressure is still there on them to try and get at us from the start and start positively. Yeah. If we can get an early goal, then that's the crowd are gonna get nervous and tetchy, and that plays into our hands even more then.
Yeah. So Nick's up for an away game. SRB away game. There we go. If SRB do an away game, how about Saturday 16th December against Derby? It's always a good away game, isn't it?
Derby. They could be up for that. Just
down
the road.
Yeah, they can just roll out of bed for that one.
I do like Derby as an away game.
Oh, it's a good away game. It's a good away game. And I go back to the old days, baseball.
Yeah,
that was a great game. Our problem would be if Bolton were to play in a reserved defensive manner like Rotherham, as you just reiterated. But being at home, I don't think Lennon will be allowed to do that.
No, I completely agree with that. You know, I do think that the onus will be on them. They've got to get themselves out of it. That they can't get themselves out of the bottom three by trying to defend at home.
No.
You know, whether they see us as the danger and they think that a point at home to us will be a good result, I don't know. But I doubt it. You know, I think they'll still want to go out and beat us.
Thanks for looking at the Facebook page, by the way. I've forgotten all about it.
Just come up on the phone.
I haven't even looked on Twitter as well, so there's probably something on Twitter. But Nick said, I could walk to Derby from here. How about you'd have to make a stopover for beers in Newtox? There you go, see?
Derby's
he's after a freebie.
Derby's the 16th of Jan.
Oh, is it? Right,
16th
okay.
of Jan,
January, not December.
Yeah.
Okay, close. So there you go. Nick's got his lift. Sounds good to me. We owe Bolton one for beating us on Lennon's first game.
Yes, they did. That was at our place, wasn't it? I think, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Lennon's first game in charge come to us.
I've just got a message. Here we go. Do an away game, and I'll get a minibus sorted.
Oh, look at this.
From someone's dad.
Oh, hello. It's taking shape.
There you go. He's probably earning out of it. Football League show.
Football League show.
Football League show. That's still controversial, isn't it? Some people still don't like it.
It's just there's no.
It's a mishmash,
no
isn't it?
There's I don't watch it and think, you know, I don't feel like it's an enjoyment watching it. It's just here's a few goals. We'll have another break. Here's a few goals, and you know, the pundits aren't the best either, are they? I have to admit, he's the one who's on it regularly, Adam Virgo. It's just a bit dour, isn't it? And there just isn't much.
You've obviously watched it for longer than me because I don't even know the name.
Yeah,
so I'll flick through it. And just,
it's a bonus that the only thing that has been better is they have put it in order of leagues, so they do all the championship first.
Yeah.
Rather than the first couple of weeks when it was all over the place. So, yeah, I just it just doesn't feel right watching it. You know, I've said before, sometimes people like to watch the results show, the highlights package, without knowing the results. But you know,
I do.
They give it
and Oliver's just reiterated exactly what I've said.
They give it away so easy.
Yeah.
You know, there's no... if you're just going to tell us the results straight away, then you might as well not show us.
Yeah. either have a results
show,
a
where,
highlights package, or,
where we don't know the results. Like Match of the Day.
Yeah.
Match of the Day never give away the result, do they?
Yeah.
So if you didn't know the results, it'd be quite exciting watching it, almost like a live game where you didn't know the result and you could just watch the highlights package and they didn't give you any clue of what the result was. Whereas the Football League show, they just give it you on a plate.
It was I think I got it to just under a minute for the Blues.
Yeah.
The Blues highlights, just under 1 minute.
Yeah. Considering that was fourth played,
Top
ninth, I
game.
think it was, at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Leeds, we were the main highlights package against Leeds, weren't we?
I think so, yeah.
And Leeds were it again this week. So
yeah. I think we had the fourth or fifth highest attendance in the Football League.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's a big game. Big game.
It is a strange one.
It's awful, said Nick. Yeah, SRB presenters could do better, and I genuinely mean that. I don't know who's talking. I'm going to clue who's talking about.
Must be
Obviously,
Oliver.
us three here.
Oliver.
Yeah, us three here.
Doing the interviews.
Yeah. Nobody else, just us three.
Just us three that are in the studio tonight.
We could have the whole Blues game on every week.
Yeah.
Great Smalling.
Yeah.
I tend to either watch Goals Express or watch our highlights and then switch it off.
Yeah.
I've just gone on to like Sky now, and I just watch the highlights on Sky.
Yeah.
So there you go. Right then, even when you watch the goals on Sky at 5:30 on a Saturday, it's more interesting.
Yeah.
That's right. I watch it on my phone, and
it's just not an enjoyable watch, which is a shame because I think the only criticism I had of the Football League show on the BBC was that there was a strong bias towards the East Midlands lot. Derby, when Leicester were in it, Derby, Leicester and Forest were the main game like every week. But they didn't give anything away in terms of results, which I liked.
Not at all.
When they were talking to someone, Steve Claridge was on it, and at least he sounds positive when he's talking. They just don't seem to get it at the moment.
No, I think coming up on Saturday, I think it's Hull. I think it's Hull away. Hull away. It is Hull away. Yeah.
Yes. That's going to be tough.
That's going to be tough.
Yes, I think it will be.
Yeah.
Steve Bruce.
I think we're more likely to get a result off Bolton than we are.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Hull, yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But I go back again. Hull aren't going to sit back and wait for us to attack them.
No.
They're going to come at us, and if we can keep it tight, if we can nick an early goal, we've proved before that we're strong against any team in this division once we've got that lead, and it's difficult to break us down. But I think that's going to be a tough one, Hull. If we get anything at that, I think that's a really good result. Anything away from Hull.
Yeah. Bruce has got really fat. He has got big, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He has got big.
It's all those sweets, drumsticks and refreshers that he's been eating.
Yeah, thanks for those. I suppose you want to take them back home as well when we finish, because we haven't eaten them all, have we? Oh, thanks. Thanks, yeah.
It is. What a dire place.
Oh, no, yeah. We've had this discussion before, but for those who haven't got involved in it before,
worst away venue you've been to. Hull's got to be up there.
My daughter used to be a national trampolinist, and the centre for trampolining was in Hull, so we had to go there quite a bit. Oh, it's a dire place, horrible place.
It's horrible.
And the ground as well.
That's
because I think they shared it with Torkingston Rovers.
Yes, they do, the rugby.
Or the other one.
Rugby league, I think.
It's
Hull
KI, and there's Hull
FC in it, I think.
But it is, it's very Coronation Streety.
It's not great, is it?
Yeah. Bolton's not that nice either.
No, Blackburn, Burnley.
Blackburn.
Blackburn. I think anywhere north of Stoke.
Solihull.
Anywhere north of
Solihull. Just anywhere, north, south of Utoxeter.
Yes,
is okay.
Just south of Utoxeter.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Anything Utoxeter and northwise.
Yeah,
it's a right dump.
Forget it.
Right dump. All idiots live up that way and all, don't they? Yeah, I agree. Give me the Palmer Violets for next week. Honestly,
all gone.
Them, Yeah, they're my
Yeah, it's
favourite as well. I've had all the Love Hearts as well. I can
Yeah, you're gonna get.
can genuinely see us getting a point at Hull.
I'd take a point at Hull.
Yeah.
Definitely. If we can beat Bolton and get a point at Hull, get 4 points out of those, so that would be 7 out of the 9 points available from this week.
Yeah.
You know, I think that'd be coming back off the international break. I think that'd be an excellent return. And then a week's break before the derby.
Yeah. Channel K's going to get some broken biscuits. As long as they're not mouldy, I'm in. Well, they do say it's great. It is grim up north. Yes.
Grim up north. I do have to say that my worst one would be Crystal Palace or Charlton.
Really?
Yeah, to get down to South London.
Oh, Crystal Palace is a horrible place to get
Palace
to.
and Charlton as well.
Nightmare.
It's just just a horrible journey. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, remember. Yeah, remember. Yeah.
At least that was at home.
Charlton and Palace were,
Horrible
places
place, yeah.
to get to.
Yeah. But I think mine's probably Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't been to the new Middlesbrough.
Haven't you?
I mean, I'm going back 25
Ayresome,
years,
wasn't
Ayresome
it?
Park, and that was a horrible place. Even the people even the Middlesbrough fans didn't like going there. It was a horrible place. Yeah,
Craig
says
there
there isn't any.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, there isn't nowhere near us.
Yeah.
Worse than Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
That's a horrible place. Dark and miserable, and everything's broken. Yeah, it's a bit like you, Toxter. I don't gamble.
Yeah, Hobbers said if you like a bet, then both teams to score at Hull. That's not a bad shout, actually. Yeah.
Okay. Right, then, should we go through? We'll go through the scores then. So you're saying we'll go for the Bolton scores first.
Okay.
You're going to go for what?
I'll go for 3-1 Blues.
3-1 Blues, Bolton away.
Yeah, away at Bolton.
Okay.
2-1
Oliver.
Blues.
2-1 Blues, says Oliver. I'll go for a 2-0 Blues. It's not going to be that close. Blues are going to win 2-1. 2-0. Go on, then, I'm thinking. Nothing.
It will be though.
Craig has gone for 2-1 Blues as well.
Yeah.
There you go. While people are getting their Bolton scores up, we'll move on to Hull.
Okay.
What did you say for Hull?
Hull's going to be tricky. If we win at Bolton, I'll go for 1-1 at Hull. If we don't win at Bolton, I'll go 2-0 Hull.
I've noticed you've become more and more optimistic this week than you have been for.
So.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best anyway.
Yeah, well done. Oliver, Hull.
1-0 Blues.
1-0 Blues.
Oh.
I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna go for Craig. With Craig, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a draw, but I'll go for. I don't think many goals in it either. I'll go for a 0-0.
Cool. The score draw's popular away at Hull, isn't it? 1-1 and 2-2s.
There's not so much optimism
Aaron's
about that.
put me down for 1-0 Blues. Is that for Bolton? Or
That's going to be Bolton. Yeah, probably the first one. Yeah. Blue Hobber's gone for Hull 2-2. Yeah, and SKC has gone for 1-1.
It's a popular result, that 1-1, I think. Like I say, if we can get a win at Bolton, fill us with even more confidence going up there. It's arguably the toughest away game all season. That would be Hull, a side that started last season in Europe. Went out in the qualification stage and went.
Where are they in the table, Hull?
They're just behind us, I think.
Right, okay.
I think they're not far behind us. I will check.
Channel K says Blues are going to win 3-1.
Channel K is always optimistic.
Best way to be.
Hull are 7th, 2 points behind Blues.
6-1.
Right. Okay.
Craig has gone mad.
Yeah. Wolves, yes. Okay. The Wolves game is the week.
Not next week.
Oh, right. Okay. So we'll do some. We will have the. So not next week. Next week. Yeah, that's right. We'll have the competition next week. Yeah.
After next week's show.
It's me. He says Bolton 1-2 first down for Blues. I should imagine.
Yeah.
And V Hull 1-1.
Very popular score, that one.
Okay.
1-1.
I've got a few messages come up as well.
Stoke City winning away at Swansea at half-time in the Premier League. Latest update.
Okay. This is a message from the chap who sorted out the minibus for our away game.
Yeah.
It says, no, I am not a right tight git. That was meant to say tight. He meant tight, yeah. Adam Virgo is better at snooker. See what he's done. See what he's done there. So, yeah. Okay, the minibus is booked for the derby match. There you go.
It's all in.
That's it, yeah.
No going back now.
Can you drive, Adibel?
If you want to end up in a walk, then yeah. Otherwise, no.
Aaron's 1-0 is for the Bolton game.
All right, okay. The old Borough ground was vile. Even the dogs walked around in pairs. It was a horrible place.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was dire.
Thrash the Dingle Street. We're going to the Wolves.
Too early.
It's too early, for Christ's sake.
Too early. Hold your thoughts on the Wolves game.
Yeah.
Or else we'll have nothing to talk about next week.
Right, okay. We've more or less we've thrown through, haven't we?
Yeah. Once again.
We've come to the end, really. Unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye.
Bye.
And we'll be back again next week. See you soon. From me, from Oliver, and from Mr. Pugh.
Good night.
Good evening.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team, down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chanted Super Blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's see you in the cup, singing our song, helping and sharing the load. It's worth the pointed roll when we sing together. We're there at the end of the road. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?